We're live now. Shit. We live, bro. We live. Let the people kick in real quick. They're gonna see that we live now. And I'm talking Spanish, ¿no? Se van a conectar ahora a la mierda.
That's it.
That's it, baby. Shit, that's it. That's
What's
it.
up, Dallas
You
Cowboy Nation? Week
yeah.
3 is upon us.
It is upon us. And with a lot of fucking bad news, but it's upon us.
Hey man, that's part of a football season. You take the good and the bad, but it's where we are at the end of the year that matters, right? Good
That's
teams
all
have
that
to go through.
matters.
Good teams have to deal with adversity, right? There's not a single team that doesn't deal with injuries throughout the course of the year, and the Dallas Cowboys aren't an exception. So let's get into it, brother. Let's get into it. Uh, Big brother Steve, man. I just want to give you a special thank you, man, for the treatment that you gave me and Drew last week, man. As you know, we were in Dallas for that New Orleans debacle, man, and you made sure to take time out of your day, man, to stop by at AT&T on Saturday for Rally Day and greet us, man. So that was dope, brother. So thank you, man. We can start talking about that a little bit, man.
Well, I was at Reddit Day because my boy, he got me in. I took my son after a football game. You was actually in Frisco when I called you. I was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "Ah, man, you're in Frisco." I'm like, "All right, man, you got to come over here to Reddit Day, bro. You got to experience this shit." You know what I mean? And you came down from Frisco over here, which is 40 minutes to Arlington. So I mean, this the way you giving me thanks, bro. I got to give you thanks, man, because it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. And
That's what it's
man,
about, man. It's about you know what it is though is that we talk so much on Twitter, right? Like we all interact on Twitter, but we rarely get to meet each other in real life. And what I'm
that's
trying to do is I'm trying to get to meet my Twitter friends in real life, right? Because we have the common thing is the Dallas Cowboys. So when we get around the Dallas Cowboys, we should be supporting each other and trying to get up with each other. Like I said, man, I got to I got to chill with Drew Fisher, man, who's a super cool dude. Like I said, he's a season ticket holder for the Dallas Cowboys from Jersey. You met him, man, and you saw how cool he was. And he gave me a bit of a little taste as to what it is to be a season ticket holder, the perks, right? I got to get into the club entrance, man, on game day, that special elevator that takes you up to your club floor, the different seating, tremendous seats that he has. And we hung out for 2 days together. I ended up taking him to the stockyards because he had never been out there. We went to Frisco together. We had just missed Overshone, Turpin, and Brandon Cooks. They were signing out there because they did have a rally day in Frisco. But we did meet practice squad player Darius Harris, man, who the Cowboys signed off of the Kansas City Chiefs this year, man. And the young man, I got to give him a shout out to Darius Harris. Super friendly. He stood there. He spoke with us. His parents were there as well. Very generous with their time, man. And he comes over from the Chiefs after winning 3 Super Bowls with them. So he wasn't there last year for just the once. He was on the Chiefs for the 3 Super Bowls, and he's actually started games for the Cowboys. We started doing research, after we met him, and I'm like, yo, this dude got like 7, 8 starts for the Kansas City Chiefs over the last 2 years at linebacker. But super, super friendly cat. Then you called us and you said, "Yo, Rally Day is not in Frisco; it's at AT&T." So we got out, we got in the whip, we doubled down to Arlington, man, and we met
Arlington.
up with you, man, and that was super dope too, man. We got a chance to walk around the field, guys. If you haven't had a chance to do Rally Day, it gives you access to the field, man. You get to do your own tour, but make sure that y'all hit up Steve when y'all in Dallas. If you ain't from
Yeah.
Dallas and you going to go watch the Cowboys in Dallas, make sure you hit up Steve and say, "Yo, Dallas, Steve, I'm here. Come check me out, man."
Yeah, yeah, man. He ain't like Shady McCoy. He running off them 2 Super Bowls, saying I'm an all pro, 2 time Super Bowl winning champion type shit. He's like, no, I got three. I got three. And I
No,
did a
man, he
little more
was
than you did.
He was humble about it, man. He was humble up. He didn't even mention it. You know what I mean? He didn't mention that. I happen to recognize
Mm,
him because I have a tendency to look at everybody on the roster, right? Like what do we have on
of
the
course.
practice squad? And he was a super
Yeah.
cool cat, man.
Yeah. So by the way, so it's Steph. It's not Steve. My name's Stefan. You know what I mean?
Just like you
As
call
I
me,
said,
just like you call me Georgie.
George. Yeah, yeah. So it's Steph. It's Steph. Yeah, yeah.
I
So
got you,
my name
man.
is Stephen. Yeah, my name is Stephen. No, no, you good. You good. I don't care. I don't care. Bro, I be going to Chick-fil-A. Like, what's your name? Today is Stefan. What's today?
There
Oh,
you go.
Steven. What's tomorrow? Stephen. Stephanie. Bro, it just be switching like that. You know what I mean? It's what it is. So nah, I don't trip
I
like that.
got
So
you,
nah,
son.
that's you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, let's get into it real quick. Let's talk about this game coming up, bro. Actually, hold on. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about what happened fucking last Sunday. Cause you was there. You was there, bro. You saw that shit firsthand. That shit was embarrassing. Fuck out
So
of here.
So first of all, man, when we pulled up to Dallas on Saturday, we just noticed how many Saints fans there were, and
Yeah.
I just started noting that on Twitter. Like, there's a lot of Saints fans in Dallas this weekend, and then having to talk to you and a couple of other people, we noticed. You guys mentioned that a lot of Saints fans actually moved to Dallas or to Texas in general post Katrina, right? But
Correct.
there was a crazy presence of Saints fans on actual game day, right?
Mm.
So when me and Drew pulled up to AT&T at about 9:30 in the morning local time, to kind of do the game day feel, pregame, and all that other stuff, there was a lot of Saints fans at AT&T already. And if you haven't met Saints fans, they aren't obnoxious, right? They aren't Philly. They're not Philly. They're not Giants fans, but they're prideful in their team. Okay, they run around yelling "Who dat?" I got in trouble a few times that I was yelling out to them. Well, y'all fucking know the answer to the question that y'all always ask. Who that gonna beat them Saints? And man, I tell you what, when we were in AT&T, Drew had pointed out at how many Saints fans were in the standing room only sections, and it was flooded with Saints fans, and you
Yeah.
could hear it from the beginning. As soon as they
Mm.
scored that first touchdown, I said,
It was
"Whoa,
loud.
we're in trouble." But let's double back, Steve, to something that we had mentioned last week in last week's episode of how Dallas Cowboys fans, they let other fans take over the stadium, right? So
Always.
to give you a percentage, I thought that the stadium was actually 70-30, which is a big number, having 30% of opposing fans in the building, right? But
You
the
gotta
Saints
yeah,
fans
you got
were literally, they were drowning out Cowboy fans. And I was upset because I'm a fan that I wear my emotions on my sleeve in the middle of the game. We give up a big play, I'm up, I'm yelling, I'm cursing, I'm not
Mhm.
happy, I'm pacing back and forth in my aisle.
Yeah.
I can't stand still in the game because I feel like I'm a part of that shit, right? But the Saints fans, they just let it be known from the beginning. And then after the game was worse, they took over outside, right? And I'm not asking Dallas Cowboys fans to fight. I'm anti-violence, only when you need to. When it comes to your family, get your hands dirty. Other than that, leave that shit alone, right? But after the game, it was just so overwhelming with them, man. But yeah, that Saints game from the beginning, the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't know. What's your explanation, brother?
I'm gonna say this. You technically a road Cowboys fan. Technically.
Yeah.
Technically. You was at a home game, but you technically in a road Cowboys fan. Let me tell you a little something about people like you. Y'all motherfuckers rowdy.
Oh,
Y'all
we love
motherfuckers
it.
care. And let's go back to the Saints because the Saints talking all this shit now. Saints fans, when we played y'all in New Orleans in 2021, we took
I
over
was
that
there.
motherfucker Bourbon Street, all over that stadium. It was a Cowboys home game, so don't get too hyped up. All right, we
Yeah,
don't got no Texas relocation motherfuckers in Louisiana. All right,
100%.
we
Yeah,
took over that stadium because that's our fucking stadium too. So don't get too hyped
100%.
up. And this goes out to Texas fans too. If we play y'all in Houston, we taking over that bitch too. Because there's one thing about Dallas Cowboy fans. At home, they fucking worthless. But away, it's a whole different story.
That's
Away,
the truth.
we take over that motherfucker. That's our stadium. We take over Pittsburgh, San Francisco, the Rams, which I'm not even gonna flex that one because everybody takes over the fucking Rams. The Giants. The only one we can't take over is the Eagles.
AT&T.
And I'll tell you why. Because the Eagles, it means a lot to the Eagle fans to go watch the Dallas Cowboy game at home.
Good point.
And they don't sell their tickets. So I give
That's
them
their
props.
that's their
But
rivalry. Yeah.
FedEx Field, that's ours too. When we played in New England in 2021, Cowboys home game. Y'all heard that Coop when Coop caught that when Cooper catch the pass. We played Minnesota Cowboys home game. So the road Cowboy fans, like people like you, that you're not local, you from a different state, respect. Cowboy fans from
It's
California, a different breed. But Cowboy
yeah,
fans in Arlington, in Dallas, DFW area, weak as fuck. Weakest
yeah,
fucking fan base ever. Treat that shit like a like a country club. And you know what? It gives us a bad rep, the locals, because there's some of us that are really, really, really about that life. We're about that cowboy life. But there's fans that sell the tickets. Oh, I'm gonna make a
yeah,
quick buck real quick. You know what I mean? This is a business decision. I'm gonna sell my dollar. I'm gonna sell these tickets to a Saints fan, to a Niner fan, to a Pittsburgh fan, to an Eagle fan. They don't
hmm
care.
yeah,
There's no accountability when it comes to that. So of course, bro, it's 12 o'clock game. It's second game of the week. Nobody really hyped about it. There's not much hype about it. You know what I mean? A lot of Cowboy fans locally are not true football fans. They just motherfuckers with a lot of money that have money to spend like that, but it ruins it for a lot of other people because you got to think about the stadium fits 100,000 people, my boy. 100,000 plus fit in that stadium.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get
I mean,
20,000 opposing fans, but they don't. It sound loud because they loud on TV. They
I'm
loud.
I'm
They
I'm gonna
loud.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you're saying, man. I live here in Jersey, like we mentioned last week, and when I go to MetLife Stadium, when like in 2 weeks, when I go to MetLife Stadium and the Cowboys are in town, you could feel our presence tailgating, right? You could feel our presence in the stadium, and especially when the Cowboys win, leaving the stadium, we make it ours. All right. And last week, I'm sitting there, and this is something that really like it infuriated me, and I'm mad. I'm still mad now, right? I'm leaving the stadium, and the gentleman knows that I'm not a season ticket holder. He knows I'm not from Texas apparently, and it's not Drew. But as I'm leaving the stadium, I'm pissed off, and a Dallas Cowboys fan, season ticket holder, older gentleman, he's waving to me and saying adios as I leave the stadium, laughing with his friend. And I'm like, seriously, dude? Like, we just got our head kicked in at home, right? And I'm yelling everything out. They
Mm.
slept in their beds last night, the Cowboys, right? This is what a lot of people, this is what makes me mad.
They thought that was
You're,
nice.
this is the home opener for the Dallas Cowboys. This is not the second or third home game for the Cowboys. This is their home opener. If you've ever played any kind of sport, your first home game, it's a different feeling, right? It's like, yo, we get to do this in front of our fans, right?
Yeah.
Let's put on a show for our fans. Let's go out and get this dub. But you don't want
Because
to get embarrassed at home
the last time we played at home, we got our shit pushed in. That was the
against the
last time.
Packers.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then we do it
but
again.
not
And what do we do? We
but
follow the
not the
same
home
pattern,
opener.
bro.
Well, what I'm saying
You
is,
can't.
it wasn't the home opener, right? The home opener,
No, it was a season opener. It was a season ending and
yeah,
season
season
opener
ending.
that was 100 points almost between the two games, bro.
But for the home opener, you have to have it in your soul. Like, I got to be on a different level. Like, this is the first time I get to play in front of my home team fans, right? And
Yeah.
it was flatness from the beginning. And if we're gonna get into the game right now, we if people want to watch last week's episode, I'm pretty sure they can find it on here. We mentioned everything that the Saints could possibly do offensively that would affect the Cowboys. We mentioned it. You mentioned the jet sweeps on the outside. We
Outside
mentioned the
zones.
screen.
Hmm.
We mentioned the screen game. We pinpointed out specifically. You showed film. I said, watch the middle of the field. They like to hit the screen game in the middle of the field, dump it off to Kamara in the middle of the field, because that's a play that the San Francisco 49ers run, right? Kubiak comes over from the 49ers. That play works, right? Soft in the middle. They all day. Let me get 5 yards, but they were getting 20 against Dallas, right? We also showed in last week's episode that the New Orleans Saints offensive line was coming different this year. That wasn't a
Yeah.
surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise to you because we saw it on film and we pointed out, and I said, Steph, rewind that a little bit and show that offensive lineman Trevor Penning shoving people into the ground when they played the Carolina Panthers. And we said that offensive line is ready to roll because they have 3 first round offensive linemen. You could have seen
Yeah.
it coming from the Carolina game, right? I also mentioned in last week's episode that Derek Carr was the Mendoza line quarterback. When he's hot, he's hot. He was hot against the Cowboys last week. He was hot against Carolina. But when he's off, he's going to be off.
Derek Carr is the same fucking quarterback. If he got no pressure, he's a fucking star. He's Tom Brady. He's Dan Marino. If he got
No, he's
pressure in
Dak
his face,
Prescott. He's Dak
he's
Prescott.
that. He got no. If he got no pressure, since going back to Fresno State, if he got no pressure, he's a 5-star recruit quarterback. He's
Yep.
a first round quarterback. But if he got pressure in his face, he shits the bed. He's been showing that shit out for years. What do we
Yep.
do in the first quarter? Play a lot of. I get it. I respect the gap containment. I like that. But you gotta sell out and put pressure on Derek Carr on the first quarter. That's
Yep.
gotta be the game plan. You know what I mean? And that's what happened, bro. They got smacked in the face, and the Dallas Cowboys have not yet showed us, and they're not gonna show us. I don't know. We'll see Sunday. Maybe we'll see something different. I doubt it. But they have showed us in the past that they can't play good playing behind.
Mm.
They play good with a lead. They bullies. They fake bullies. They them bullies at the recess. They pick on kids they can beat up. But the minute that
Yep.
one of the little kids says, "Hey, I can fucking fight too," and give you a little
Yep.
2 piece, you don't know what to do about it. That's
Yep.
Dallas, bro. The fake tough ass motherfuckers, bro.
I
Dallas Cowboys are what the Eagle fans are in real life. Fake ass tough guys.
I I jumped on Twitter about 2017, man, and I mentioned back then that the culture in Dallas is bad, right? Like the culture, the way that the players they performed on the field, that it was bad because I envied having a culture of physicality like the Baltimore Ravens, like the San Francisco 49ers. I envied that physicality on the field. I wanted my team to look tough. I just didn't want the superstars, right? Because one thing that Dallas has is we have the ability of creating superstars, right?
Yeah.
And we do it every single year with preseason guys, right? Oh, we can't release Tyron Billy Johnson because we don't know. We like Tyron Billy Johnson. We think Tyron Billy Johnson could be the next superstar. Tyron Billy Johnson he's a regular practice squad guy, right?
He's
But
regular.
he's regular, right? Jalen Tolbert, he might be an average Joe. He might be a regular guy, right? Jalen Brooks might be a regular guy.
Oh,
And
he's
I'm
definitely, he's
upset.
definitely, he's definitely, he's definitely a regular ass motherfucker. Get him off the fucking team today.
And
Today.
and
I
and
don't
we
want to see
we
motherfucker on the team, bro. I don't want to see him on the team, bro. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Jalen Brooks out there no more. I'm done with that experience, bro. No, no, no. It ain't happening.
and 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 I'm, and when we as fans, we go on Twitter and we say we want to see Ryan Flournoy. We want to see Ryan Flournoy. It's because when we watch the preseason games, we see a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a physicality difference, right? That he's aggressive on the football field. He snatches the ball. You look at his body, and his body doesn't look like Jalen Brooks's body. He looks like he's a football player. Like he wants to be out there, and he's not afraid to go across the middle. He's ready for that contact. And when we talk about the culture, we talk about what's been established, right? What's been established in Dallas culturally, like as fans, when we go before the game, we're yelling at the guys as they get out of their cars and walking into AT&T, right? When we're buying all the merchandise because they're the Dallas Cowboys. We're not forcing this team to give us wins. We continue to increase the profit margin. And that's okay because the gear is fresh, man, But we don't put the pressure on the team by not going to the games, by not buying the merchandise. We don't put that emphasis, and the culture in Dallas has been since our last Super Bowl that it's okay because we got spoiled in the 90s with guys that built a culture in Dallas. And that culture from Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Jay Novacek, Russell Maryland, Leon Lett, Nate Newton, Troy Aikman, Ken Norton, Darren Woodson, the culture that they built, they earned that culture. That culture wasn't given to them by anybody. They earned that culture through grit, through winning, through beating the best team at the time, the San Francisco 49ers, multiple times in the NFC Championship game. They earned that culture that these guys today are still eating off of. And that's a part of the problem. The problem is that the Cowboys haven't been good in 20 plus years, but they still walk around as if they were that team from the 90s. We have talented players in certain positions, superstars, but go out and let it mean something. But when we see Phillips and when we see Linval Joseph getting pushed 5 yards downfield by the New Orleans Saints offensive lineman into the end zone, it bothers us because we say, where's the effort? You mean to tell me you're 330 pounds and you can't anchor down and give a better effort than that? That's the part that bothers me, Steph. I don't know about you, brother.
It bothers, man. It bothers me too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because think about it, we passionate people, right? We passionate people. We Latino, we Boricuas, you know what I mean? So we passionate men. You know what I mean? Everything we do is with passion. When we see motherfuckers with no effort, like when your mom is your mom is. We're gonna talk Spanish now. When your mom is cleaning the house, y te dice, este cabrón no limpia, no hace nada, no hace ningún esfuerzo, nada. Tú eres un vago, tú eres esto. What is your mom? She's very disappointed in your ass because your ass is lazy as hell. Well, that's how I see this shit with these grown ass men that getting paid good money, getting paid like doctors, getting paid like multi-million doctors to go do a fucking job, bro. You don't even do it all year. You do it 6 months out of a year. And then with high incentives if you go above and beyond. And you telling me you can only give me half effort? You telling me you're not in shape all year because you're not even signed, bro. You should. I see Jalen Smith. He's a bum. I see Jalen Smith still working out because you never know who might call him. His agent says, "Hey, you got a call from the Browns. The Browns need you," and he didn't stay in shape. I respect that, bro. You know what I mean? And the thing is about these players, you getting pushed off the line. You weigh 345 pounds, and you getting pushed off like you a featherweight. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with your work ethic. I got a problem with with just you as a man.
Mm.
Because football is a lot of physicality.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry, it's a game. It's a game. But in the trenches, it ain't a game.
Yeah.
In the trenches, it's war.
Yeah.
And somebody, if a grown ass, a little young ass man, because you about Jordan Phillips. He a grown ass man. He about 30 some years old. He ain't no child, but he's getting pushed around by kids. And they're just pushing around the field like he's nothing. Like he's irrelevant. Like fuck you and the horse you rode in.
Yeah.
I would have a
You
big
know,
problem with that.
the Cowboys got beat on offense and defense. The Saints were ready to play. The Cowboys weren't. Um, what bothered me in certain situations is there's plays in the fourth quarter where your superstar wide receiver is getting decleated, taken out
Hmm.
by Saints secondary players, and nobody's there to help them. There's no kind of fight at that point, right? Like I know that again, it'll be stupid to get a 15-yarder, but by that time you're already down 20 guys, right?
Uh,
Let's give some attitude at this point. This is the interior defensive lineman getting
Look at
washed
that
out. I'm
stupid ass. Look at that stupid ass formation. Look at
Yep.
that. I think as a look at that. Like you got fucking tight end. You got a fucking guard here. You got the fucking no. You have a tackle, tight end, tackle, guard,
Guard.
center, guard, tackle.
Yep.
That's a heavy ass personnel right there in the front. Look at the fuck
Yeah.
we got lined up. Tell me, you're not even pressing. You're not even doing
You're
nothing.
you're you're already outflanked because
You already outflanked.
look at who's at the bottom of the screen, right? You have a safety at the
You
bottom of the
got a
screen.
you got
That's
hold
where
on,
they're
who's this?
going. That's where they're going. That's Damone Clark, I believe.
Yep, you got Kalen
That's Malik
Carson.
Hooker. You got Hooker and then Damone Clark, but you're already outflanked and they're attacking Malik Hooker. Look at this. You got a tight end on them. They already won. And then you got the
Hold on.
fullback free. So the
Watch this
fullback
right
is
here.
not even making contact at the line of scrimmage. Look, when
Look,
does the
look at that. He
fullback
ain't
make contact?
bro. Micah's way out here. Micah don't even know. Micah's not even in reach. As they're gonna run the
Like,
ball away from Mike.
yeah, well, he's containing, right? That's his job. He's got a trail. But look at when does the fullback make contact? A yard past the line of scrimmage. You know.
That fucking choke
Wow.
slam by the fucking Undertaker right here. Insane, bro. Look at that shit.
Yeah. You got three. You
You know what I
got
mean?
3-on-2 at that point. 3-on-3. Yep.
It's not even and the person like also like they want to blame the coaches. You gotta blame the fucking coach too, because at some point you gotta understand, bro, they're running a heavy package. Why the fuck do we have a light package out there? You got I'm sorry, bro. He ain't a fucking stud. This guy right here getting the fuck off the field. This guy's okay. I like him. He's green. He's still gonna learn. You know, you got Kendricks who play like shit. Carson's green. He's gonna learn a lot. Let's see. But look at
Well,
Damone Clark, bro. That's like he doesn't look at him, bro. Just
you
watch
got
him,
to
watch him,
attack
watch
right
him.
there. Right there, you got
Look
to
at
attack.
that.
You got to attack
Get
right there.
the
You
fuck
got to
out of
blow that
here.
fullback up. You got to blow
You
that
gotta
fullback
blow
up
that
at that
shit
point.
the fuck up, bro. You gotta
Yeah.
blow it up. Look at that.
Oh
And this is not
Lord.
this doesn't make us experts about shit.
Oh
It's just
Lord,
eye
have
taste.
mercy.
It's eye test, bro. Anybody can see this
Oh,
shit
who is this right here? Who is that right
right
there?
here.
What is happening right there? It was number 70.
That's
What is that?
that that's ghosting. He got choke slammed. Yeah,
Oh
that should
my
have been
Lord.
that's a
Have
penalty.
mercy.
Yeah, we can. There's a lot of that in this game, bro. There's a lot of you Dallas Cowboy. You got to get used to it because you're not
But
gonna get the
Steph,
fucking calls.
rewind it a little bit, please. Rewind
Let's
it a
go
little
back.
bit. Just a little bit real quick. Because I want to show Damone Clark's effort. Right there, Damone Clark has to say, I'm getting
I got
ready to lay into this fullback right now because it is my only chance of making a play. I'm not going around the fullback to
well,
make the play. Boom!
what did
And
he do?
look at that effort. Look at that effort.
Who's this right here? Who's that tackle? He got thrown off the fucking portrait of the game, bro. Who's this guy? 98. Oh, that's fucking Jordan Phillips.
Jordan,
Yeah, it makes sense.
who's on? He went. So Jordan Phillips, folks, if you don't know, was put on IR today. He's out for the next 4 games. And the Cowboys listed the reason he's going on IR for the next 4 games is because of a wrist injury, right? So they interviewed Jordan Phillips after the game, after practice today, about him going on IR. And Jordan Phillips says that his wrist is okay and that he doesn't make the decisions. Essentially saying that he was placed on IR by the Dallas Cowboys and he's not injured right now. So hold on, Steve. Real quick, I just want to touch this, man. If you're not paying attention, the Dallas Cowboys are lacking defensive tackles. They're lacking defensive linemen in general. That's the big problem in Dallas right now, is that we don't have enough talent on the defensive line to make any kind of dent in a football game up front, right? So if you tell me that the Dallas Cowboys are taking a defensive tackle that we don't have many of, right, out of the rotation for the next 4 weeks, making up a wrist injury, a wrist on a defensive lineman that you can easily do what? Like the boxers do, Steph, I'm sorry. What can you do like the boxers? Take that shit up and use it as a club, right?
Yeah.
But no, they put him on IR. That's saying something. That's saying that they don't believe that Jordan Phillips is in shape at this point of the season.
It's like we think you're good, but we don't think you're there yet. And that's why we want to put you on IR. You shut the fuck up. Like that's what they told me. You shut the fuck up, and we're gonna put you on IR. We're gonna release you because we can't afford to lose you, basically. Because we didn't do our due diligence in the off season to really to address the real issues, right? They waited too long. Oh, Limbo Joseph's in his couch, cuz you can't be waiting that long.
And today, if you don't know, they signed Carlos Watkins, former Cowboy. They brought him back into the fold. He was on the Washington Commanders practice squad. So they went out and they signed Carlos Watkins.
Here we go. This is West. If guys, if you you gotta be if I'm Mike Zimmer, I'm looking at a Brian Flores coaching scheme right now because he blew up the San Francisco 49ers, bro. Like it was nobody's business. He said, "Hold up, I'm gonna make some business decisions here." He got some physical ass motherfuckers, bro, and that's how you counter a Shanahan offense. You gotta be physical. You can't be soft like baby shit. You gotta be hard, bro. Like in Puerto Rico, we say when a rooster is ready to fight, he be shitting hard. He don't shit blandito. He don't shit soft. That's when you know a rooster is really ready to fight. When a rooster is shitting soft, you don't take him out because you're gonna lose money. He's not ready. That's what the Cowboys are right now. They're in the early part of the season where they shitting soft right now. They might harden up later on, but right now they just look at that shit. God, bro, what the fuck? Where do you get all that separation from? What are they running here?
Okay, so right there, look, you got 3-on-2 right there, right? So you got 2 safeties and you got 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen, right? Mm-hmm. And both of the receivers are open. A little bit before that, both of the guys are wide open with Derek Carr.
What's crazy if he would have gone deep, he would have split these 2 motherfuckers right here.
Easy.
If he would have gone deep in that play, he did it. Yeah, but if he would have gone, if he would have gone deep, he would have. This motherfucker right here is lost. He don't know where he's at. Yeah. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm just saying, Dono is not gonna work in this two safety high shell shit. He ain't. There's got to be 2 safety that can cover range. Malik and Guanier, give him a shot. I know you paid Dono. I mean, if you want to play Dono in the box, if you want to play Dono in these goal line, when the red zone shit, that makes more sense. But when you talk about he don't got range, he don't got range.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you have Marquise Bell and Wanye Thomas. They did get playing time in this game because the game was out of reach. But I was upset with the way that Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson played against the Saints from the beginning. From the beginning of the game, it looked like they were a tad bit too slow to be back there against this offensive team. You know,
watch this.
and if they're giving problems against the Saints, you got about 3 or 4 more offenses that mirror the Saints across your schedule. So get ready.
So watch this. Check this out. This is look at the get off. Look at the get off. All right, it's a slow motion. Hut, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, take some double
Already,
teams.
already, already. Linville Joseph is sitting back. He's not getting off the ball. You can
This
just
motherfucker.
rewind it. What are you doing boxing there? Like what? Watch right in the middle, right? The zero, the zero, no, the zero. Oh, yep.
Okay, right
Look,
here.
look at his get off right there. What are we doing? Is he going upfield? No. Now he's got 2 guys and watch. Look what the 2 guys do to him.
Take you off. They're a tight end, bro. You can't have no fucking tight end block Micah like that.
It's just
Like,
so
what are we doing? Look at that fucking pocket. Look at that, bro. Look at that space he had. Like, what are we scheming here? What are we doing, bro?
yeah.
Hold on. Look at this motherfucker. He is
Yeah.
well. He hurt his wrist in this play, I think.
He could have went to Kamara, but he took the deeper route. Yep.
He could have gone to Shaheed and
Listen,
gotten deep.
man,
Fuck it.
this not much more to say or do against the Saints, Steph. You know what I mean? It's
It's
any play
redundancy at
you
this
pick,
point, bro. We already know. We already know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I can
it
go. I
ain't
can
it
go by
ain't
the
gonna look
plays.
good, man.
It don't look good on film, guys. So we put out, a shitty product out there. And hold on, let's go. I'm gonna fix it up. Let's go to the Ravens because they ain't too hot either. They look like shit too. They got no
I tell
offensive
you what,
line, so
I tell
they
you
can they can
what, I
stop the
tell you
run.
what, I tell you what. The Dallas Cowboys are gonna win this game on Sunday.
Nah, I don't doubt that.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday at AT&T Stadiums, folks. You heard it here from
Uh,
me first. There's not a lot of believers. I'm telling you right now, the Baltimore Ravens are going to fall to 0-3 for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, but they can get home too. They can get home.
They
They only
have
rush. They rushing the outside. They're playing it with a looks like a bear defense or 3-2 defense.
so here's the deal. Here's the deal with the Baltimore Ravens defense because I watched this all 22. I watched the game last week. The Baltimore Ravens are stout up front. They have 4 guys that are not going to give up ground, right? But they won't take much ground either. And what they have at the second level at the linebacker is they have 3 very good linebackers that are athletic as shit, right? I'm talking about Roquan Smith, Trenton Simpson. These guys are rangy, and those guys up front. See what you see with the guys up front is that they're taking up blocks and creating those lanes for the guys in the secondary and the linebacker position to see what's happening in front of them. Unlike the
Look at
Cowboys,
look at old dude right
yeah,
here. Look at old dude right. He lost. He don't know where the fuck he
he's
at.
lost. Correct, because of the scheme. Because of the scheme, right? And they'll
Yep.
get you. They'll get home every now and then, right? But
But
they are
what I
stout
saw,
up front.
the problem with this scheme that freaks me out a little bit is that I saw no continuity with our offensive line this past game. I didn't see what the previous game. I didn't see a lot of I saw continuity, it being masked by Dak playing fast. But the game with the Browns, there wasn't a lot of continuity like that either. It hasn't looked good. Offensive
Yeah.
lines, the scheme hasn't looked good. So I mean, I ain't putting past the Ravens. They're gonna get to Dak a couple times.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
Listen, in order for the Dallas Cowboys to win this game, they're going to have to mirror what the Raiders did to win this game. You got to
This
go
is
to your
bad.
playmakers. No, you got
And
to go
who?
to your playmakers. Oh, that's one of the baddest men in the world right there, Max Crosby. Yep, the playmakers got to show up. Max Crosby had 2.5 sacks, I believe, this game.
Oh, he said
Micah,
Patrick. He said Patrick Ricard. You gonna block me? He said you little fat ass fullback. You gonna block me?
no,
Hell
no, that
no,
ain't the
bro.
fullback. That's the tackle.
That's,
That ain't the fullback.
no,
No,
that's
that ain't the
Ricard.
fullback. No, no, that's 60. That's 65. Yeah, the
Okay,
tight
hold on,
end.
hold on.
The tight end. Yeah, the tight end hit
So
a route.
tight
That's
end.
60.
Oh, okay. You're right. It looked like
Yeah,
I thought I saw Ricard here. Okay.
that's
You're right. You're
Patrick
right.
McCarry right there. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said, hold on. This is the backup. This is the backup guard right here. Oh, he
But
wins so
listen,
fast too.
your playmakers are going to have to do their jobs, right? Micah
Boom.
Parsons, let's go. Max
Michael wins
Crosby
that.
got
Michael
home two
wins
and a
that
half
one easy.
times. Huh?
Michael wins that matchup easy.
But what I was mentioning before is the Raiders playmakers. What I mean by their playmakers is Adams on the offensive side at the wide receiver position had over 100 yards against the Baltimore Ravens receiving. That young tight end, what's his name? The young boy, rookie.
Likely. The
Bowers. Brock
Brock Bowers.
Bowers.
Raiders. Yeah,
Brock Bowers.
he a
Right?
dog,
He
bro.
showed
He's
up.
he's literally a Georgia dog. He's really a dog in the game too.
He's a dog. 90 plus yards against the Baltimore Ravens. That's how you beat the Baltimore Ravens. You beat the Baltimore Ravens by matching their physicality, right? Somewhat. And your playmakers have to make the plays. When they played Kansas City a few weeks ago in the opener, Steph, what happened? What happened late in the game? Who took over late in the game, Steph? The best quarterback in the world. Your playmakers got to do their job against the Baltimore Ravens, man.
You see, but that what I like about the Raiders here, they playing a lot of base defense, man. They don't go to that nickel shit right away. The Cowboys be relying heavy on that nickel shit, and we don't got our personnel is fucking slim. Stay in base, bro. Fuck it. I'd rather get beat by air than get beat by the ground. I say it all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. I mean, listen, let's not get it mistaken, right? The Baltimore Ravens, what we're doing is a lot of us fans, right, and the analysts, they're going based off of history. What does history tell you about the Baltimore Ravens? History tells you that the Baltimore Ravens are physical. They're a very good football team, right? They're always in the playoffs. And that's already ingrained in our mentality. What I'm saying is, what have we seen on the field, right? This is a team that they get into the playoffs and they don't make it to the Super Bowl, right? They made it to the Super Bowl a few times, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is
Ray Lewis out there walking the team out.
correct. So what I'm saying is that I like the Dallas Cowboys in this game because they got smacked in the face at home in their home opener. They got embarrassed by the New Orleans Saints.
Who?
Mike Zimmer and Coach McCarthy have to figure something out this week because they can't lose back-to-back games at home.
Trying to see, trying to find some.
Yeah, I got Dallas winning, man. I got CeeDee Lamb, but I also have in this game somebody that I think he's on his last legs, but I got Brandon Cook stepping up because their secondary is hurt in Baltimore. Okay. Kyle Hamilton dealing with injuries. All right. They're already out one of their safeties, Arthur Marlette. All right. So in their secondary, you're dealing with Marlon Humphrey, very good football player, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus
And the rookie
Williams,
Higgins.
and Higgins.
Well, I think
Nate
he's hurt.
Wiggins.
I think he's hurt. Nate Wiggins. I think he's hurt.
Nate Wiggins is hurt as well. Correct. And then up front, you got Kyle Van Noy, who's hurt too. He did not practice today. So today's practice report showed that Kyle Van Noy, Nate Wiggins were
He
out
definitely
of
playing.
practice today. What's that?
He gonna play.
Oh yeah. They'll suit up.
They have a lot to lose.
But yeah, they're 0-2 essentially. So their back is against the wall. They don't want to fall to 0-3, right? It'll be the first time the Baltimore Ravens are 0-3 in a very long time. But
It's
I
not. It's
think
not. They don't like to lose in Baltimore, bro. I'll tell you that.
no, they have a winning tradition. They have a winning tradition in Baltimore. They've earned that.
Winning culture.
But again,
Winning culture.
a winning culture, yeah, a winning culture. But again, Steph, I think my personal opinion that the Dallas Cowboys, as well at home, your $60 million quarterback, he's got to do a better job leading. He's got to do that press conference. I wasn't too happy with it after the game. I wasn't too happy with it after the game
Yeah.
because he sold his team out. Talking about, I guess a lot of guys were confident after that win last week. You're the leader. You're the leader. You've been around Dallas for more than 8 years. It's your job to temper that down and say, guys, we haven't done nothing. We got a long way to go. During the week,
it sounds funny, but I hate when we play a player that's locally from Dallas, like that. Like what's his last name? Matabuke. He's a
Matabuki,
local.
yeah.
Matabuki's from
Yeah.
McKinney. He's from down the street. He's
Okay.
from here. He from here.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. And when you play these local kids, like they dog. Oh well, Penn State, holla. He a dog too, bro. They got some
Oh,
dogs. They got some dogs in that D line, bro. They got some dogs. They don't let nobody just. You ain't gonna run the ball on them. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't.
they're one of the better drafting teams in the NFL. Top
When it
top
comes
three
to running,
drafting teams that draft.
when
Yep.
it comes to running the ball, yeah, they got one of the shittiest secondaries. And you would think with Cal Hamilton, Humphrey, all them, that you would have a solid crew. Roquan plays a good part too in the coverage, but they not nice right now. And this is, like I said, only 2 weeks. You don't know much yet because everybody's still figuring themselves out. Like I told everybody, you won't know who the Cowboys. You won't know who nobody is until like week 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? Like, and by then it might be too late, or we might be hot. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. So oh God, look at that. They motherfuckers is confusing offensive lines. And I know the Raiders won. I get that part. But look at the little disguises they do. He's like, I'm gonna rush. All right, you got the help here. Motherfucker just took off. Didn't even pick up the blitz.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
small shit like that I hope that we pick up in film, and we don't get our quarterback fucking destroyed and taken out of the game.
Yeah.
Because it could happen, bro. With a team like this that likes to play physical, likes to hurt you, it could happen. That's what I'm
No, I
worried
mean,
about.
listen. What the Cowboys need to do is they need to look at themselves in the mirror right now and say we have an opportunity to play one of the better teams in the NFL that we believe is going to be one of the better teams in the NFL at the end of the year. We get an opportunity to play them early in the season at home. What are we going to do, folks? That's what the Dallas Cowboys have an opportunity to do, right? We haven't even touched the Dallas Cowboys offense. Like we haven't
Yeah,
even
and we're not
we
even gonna
haven't
get
spoken
into
about the Dallas
because it's
Cowboys
not even.
offense.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into all that motion. All right, they do some motion. They do some at least. I didn't think they did any motion at all. I thought they just play smash mouth football. I'm gonna run down your throat. But you see some motions. They have Zay Flowers in motion. The fuck did I do? All right, all right. It goes in motion. This is the type of shit that fucks us up. All right, you got him. Safety got help. Okay. But who's gonna blow that play up? Who was gonna blow that play up? This dog right here, bro. Look at that shit.
Max
Nope.
Crosby different.
Nope. 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 So we need some. Hey, we got to take a piece of this film from the Raiders. They put out some good film out there for us.
The
Just the
Dallas
way the Saints.
Cowboys are going to need Steph. They're going to need again DeMarcus Lawrence. They're going to need Michael Parsons. They're going to need those two to have an elite level game. They're going to need them to have an elite level game to beat the Baltimore Ravens. I
And
think that is going to get done. There is
I've
no
seen
other answer up front, Steph. Steph, there's
and
no other
the crazy.
answer up front.
But I would say that you got to keep Marshawn and you got to keep DeMarcus Lawrence at the edge, and you got to have Micah And they people, I say mix it up. I'm not saying keep Micah off the ball because is an excellent pass rusher. He wins so easy, but he wins easy in passing situations, not in running situations. So you got to learn how to gamble with Micah because he's a chess piece, but you got to also learn how to gamble with a chess piece. When you got a chess piece in your hand, you got to know when to use it, right? You can't just have it there and you know what you're gonna do. You can't have the queen right there and know what the queen's next move. You gotta move the queen around. You know what I mean? That's the
Mm.
point of chess. You gotta move the queen around and know when it's time to use the queen. That's the problem. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys haven't figured that out yet. They haven't figured out how they're gonna
But,
use them.
but right now, we're looking at film of how the Raiders got it done. And on 2 plays, you've circled one guy,
Oh
Max
yeah,
Crosby.
a gamer. He's wrecking the game, bro.
You gotta
He's wrecking.
wreck the game, Micah Parsons. If you want to be considered top 2 or 3 defensive players in football year in and year out, you've got to get out there and wreck the game. Look at what Max Crosby is doing to that Baltimore Ravens offense, right? By himself. Okay? We saw him blow up a run play. We're going to watch him get sacks, right? This is the effort that we need from our best player on the defensive side
That's
in
Patrick
order to
Ricard
beat
right
the
there. He's
Baltimore
gonna come
Ravens,
help. Look,
right?
he's gonna come help. Ricard's gonna come
Yeah.
help. Ricard's really he's regarded as a guard. He's sized like a guard. He's gonna come
Oh, yeah.
help.
He 250, 260, man.
Nope. Okay, so that wasn't okay. He blew that shit
But
out.
look at that disruption. Look at that disruption. Look at everything he disrupted right there. That's you can't teach that. You can't teach that. Look, if Ricard catches that pass, how many yards is he getting?
Oh, easy because he's blocking well. He might get
That's the
15,
effort.
20 yards.
That's the effort that you want to see, guys. That's why Max Crosby's paid amongst the best on the defensive side. That's why, because it doesn't matter who Max Crosby plays.
Yeah.
That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
Mhm.
we need. And that's, at the end of the day, there's no answer in the interior right now. You don't have that. Nobody's walking in off of the street that's going to say, I'm going to anchor this down at the defensive tackle spot. That's not happening. Your best players on defense are DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. They got to play like it.
Yeah. Shout out to Bowers. He got off the break and he already knew the ball's coming to him. Bonk.
But
We
making the
missed we
physical
missed
catch.
we missed Jake Ferguson, man. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna get off the film now, but we missed Jake Ferguson last game. I know he's wide receiver too, bro. It is what it is. He's a dog. He's a spark plug for our offense. He gets it going. You know what I mean? And losing a guy like him, it hurts our offense because I feel like there's no dog on that offense. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he paid Dak the big money, but I don't think Dak is the leader, right? Dak is the captain, but he ain't the spark plug. He ain't the one to get it going. He ain't the, you know what I mean? He ain't the. I don't know. It's just what you see on film. I don't know the guy in person, but what you see, not what you see in the games, he don't seem like the dude that he's a quarterback, so he can't be really too emotional. Like, I mean, there's very few quarterbacks that had that emotion, like Drew Brees, whatnot. But he don't seem like that kind of guy, like Tom Brady. Tom Brady was out there saying "fuck you," what the fuck, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? Like he was hyped up. I don't see that like
I
that.
think the
Not this
word, I
year.
think the word, I think the word is demanding, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I need you guys to play at a different level, folks. Right? I need you
Right.
guys to keep the pocket clean up front. Tom Brady was demanding on his team, right? Every
Very
time
true.
you see a Tom Brady interview, he said, guys say that play with him, he said to Bill Belichick, this guy can't be on the field. And guess
Mm,
what? That player wasn't. He just said in the game, you watched it. He
mhm.
said Jalen Brooks, if he was playing with Jalen Brooks, he would never throw Jalen Brooks the ball again after he falls, right?
He
I think
said
Tom
not
Brady
today.
said,
He
he
said
said,
not today.
He said it
Yeah,
live. He said if I was Jalen Brooks' quarterback, I would never throw him the ball again. I have
me.
something that I want to mention though, Steph, and let me know what you think about this, man.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah, yeah.
We
Go ahead.
know that we're missing a piece on offense. We know
Oh
that
yeah.
we're missing a piece on defense. What are we waiting for? Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay. I have a trade proposal, or I have two players that I think that the Cowboys should go out right now. Don't
So
wait until the deadline.
you want spark plugs right now.
I need juice on both sides of the ball, but
So you need a wide receiver, you need a running back.
I need a wide receiver and I need a defensive lineman. And I'm gonna
So
tell you what team has them both. I'm gonna tell you what team has them both. That they waving a white flag. This team is
the
not interested
Panthers,
in winning. Yes,
Deontay
the
Johnson.
Carolina Panthers have Deontay Johnson at wide receiver. That if you trade for Deontay Johnson right now, he's not gonna be the number two right away because he has to learn the offense. But Deontay Johnson is going to be your number three, and he's going to be an effective number three right away.
Correct.
Tell me if you don't
Not
like this, Steph. Wide receiver one, CeeDee Lamb. Wide receiver two, Brandon Cooks. Wide receiver three, Deontay Johnson. Wide receiver
wide
four.
receiver 4, Ryan Flournoy.
Woo!
Let me just dream a little bit. Let me just
Oh,
dream.
Lord. But guess what, Steph? Deontay Johnson is only making $10 million, a little less for the remainder of the year because he's already gotten 2 game checks, right? And he's a free agent at the end of the year. So there's nothing that you have to worry about contractually after this season if it doesn't work out. You
And
need
this cap
some kind
and
of,
this cap space.
come on. But I'm going to give you
Yeah.
somebody else that the Carolina Panthers have on the other side of the ball that we need to
Yeah, I
get
know
a
you talking
2-for-1.
about.
Jadeveon Clowney, my friend. Jadeveon Clowney.
Zero
Why
touch.
should not? You could put Jadeveon Clowney wherever you want up front. One thing Jadeveon Clowney knows how to do, he knows how to go get the quarterback. Right? This is a man that had 8.5 sacks last year, former number 1 pick overall. You know what I call Jadeveon Clowney? Jadeveon Clowney is now a mercenary. You know why? Because he goes wherever the money's at. Whoever's paying him the most, that's where he goes and plays. He doesn't care what team it is, but he goes and plays where whoever pays him the most. Right?
As it should be.
Jadeveon Clowney right now, Steph, you add him to this team, he automatically is potentially going to be your third best defensive end. So he can spell Micah, and you don't lose anything with DeMarcus Lawrence off of the field, right? But above that, he's that other pass rusher that you need on third down, on second and long situations, right? Deontay Johnson and Jadeveon Clowney from the Carolina Panthers. You have the trade picks because you mentioned it in last week's episode. How many trade picks do the Dallas Cowboys have coming up in next year's draft? They can't use them all.
Four comp picks.
Come on, Jerry. Jerry, get this shit done. What are we waiting for?
But he want
Because
to
guess,
draft another. He want to
but guess
draft
what's
another
gonna happen, Steph?
Falani Fehoko.
But guess what's gonna happen, Steph? Somebody else is gonna go get those guys.
Of course.
Somebody's gonna beat the Cowboys
Who's
to it.
somebody? San Francisco. The Niners.
Baltimore.
The Niners and the Eagles. Baltimore.
The
The
Chargers.
Chiefs. The Chiefs. The Chargers are nice. Yeah.
Somebody is going to pick up that phone and they're going to get these guys for trade picks in the 5th, 6th, 7th round that you're going to be saying, why did the Cowboys not make that move? Now is the time, Jerry, because we're wasting time. I'm gonna mention Zach Martin is on his last leg, Steph. Gotta be honest.
He been looking like complete shit these past couple games.
Zach Martin is on his last leg, Steph. Time is ticking. You're gonna have to figure it out for him soon.
Why do you think he got paid? Yes, last year he said, "You know what? I think I'm already getting old. I need guaranteed money. Fuck this shit."
Zach Martin is
And
on
by
his
the way,
last legs.
I'm listening to you, but I'm also ordering Pizza Hut as we talk. But I'm listening to you completely. So don't think that I'm looking away, not listening to
No,
you.
I got you, man. You're a multitask extraordinaire, my friend.
I have to be. I
Uh,
have to be, bro. I got kids, man. I got kids that hungry, and Dad, you didn't. I was supposed to cook some stuff today, but my son had football practice and all that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. But Dallas Cowboy Nation, listen, man. G from Jersey is saying it here, and I'm saying it loud, and I'm saying it first. The Dallas Cowboys are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to beat
And
them
he's
this week
confident
because
about that, and he's confident about that, folks.
they
He ain't
have
playing
to
around.
beat them. I'm not joking around on this. They have to beat them at home. I understand Baltimore's coming in 0-2, and we like the idea of what Baltimore is, but Baltimore is a team that can be beat if your best players are doing their best when they line up against Baltimore. Kansas City, they
And
have
you
one
ain't
or
gonna
two.
blow Baltimore out because the Raiders
You're
didn't blow
not.
them out and the Chiefs didn't blow them out. So you're
You're
not
not.
blowing them out. Pause.
You're not.
Pause.
But your
You know,
best players have to play their best football. CeeDee Lamb, we need over 100 yards from you, right? That's a
if he
given.
plays, because he did not practice today.
He's gonna play. Ain't no way CeeDee not playing. You
He got
know,
a foot,
CeeDee Lamb.
and ankle injury.
Mm,
They get
you make
really
me
ugly
think
if we
now.
don't have if we got no City Lamb. It gets really ugly, bro. I'm telling you
Ryan
right now.
Flournoy is definitely gonna make his debut then.
Wide receiver one all day. That's what I'm saying. That trust that's the thing. I think
Ooh,
that really does trust Ryan. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like you know what I mean the draft politics and all that shit and like you a rookie going to a heavy wide receiver crew. The wide receivers that we have are fucking trash. I mean, other than Brandon Cooks, because Brandon Cooks, he takes a while to get going. Last year he was slow. Off the jump, and then after about like 5 games, 6 games, he got him going. And we don't got another wide receiver after that. Like there's a lot. Like I know Tolbert, he's good. He's a good scrambling drill wide receiver, but he ain't no dog, bro. He don't got that. He's not a gamer. He ain't a
Flash.
gamer. He
No, but
ain't a
you don't see the
gamer.
flash. Yeah, you don't see the flash in them. And when you look up and down the NFL at the teams that are poised to make a run, you see these teams, they 3 and 4 deep at the skill possession with guys that can get the job done. We just played the Saints, right? Olave, Shaheed, Kamara. That's three. That's three guys, right? That can beat you, right? 49ers. Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk. That's four, right? That
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna have
man,
to you're gonna have to see those.
they don't got Debo for like 4 or 5 games. So we have to
That's
find out
fine
but they can still beat you.
with three other guys, right? With three other
They still
guys, they
got
still have
they still
right.
got Jennings. They got Jennings, who's a gamer.
Jawan
He's
Jennings
a,
steps in.
is he a gamer or not a gamer? He's a gamer, bro. Like
Oh,
there's a people.
he's
That's what
a
I'm saying. They
dog.
block. They do everything. They block. They run the ball. They do everything, bro. They do the small nuances of the game. They do it to a
That's right.
perfection, bro. We don't.
That's right.
I'm telling you, we so soft, bro. I saw Jalen Brooks on a sweep where Brandon Cooks could have scored. Shout out to Jalen Brown Ford. He made a block. Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's a touchdown. If you're not a bitch,
Yeah. 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 You know,
you
you
know what I
know,
mean.
you, you know what happens though is that these guys don't play in the preseason. We mentioned that last week,
But
right?
he played in the preseason. He wasn't even all that good in the preseason. It was Ryan's show, bro. Ryan made Trey Lance look better than what Trey Lance really was in the preseason.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna keep it a
And you
buck.
know,
We're gonna keep it a buck.
hey, go ahead. Oh,
I don't
Ryan
even,
Flournoy. Yeah.
Ryan make Trey look better than what Trey was?
I mean, he was all he had out there too. What else was he throwing the ball to?
Exactly. But who did he trust?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He was going to Ryan all day. I seen
Yep.
it firsthand at camp. When I went to camp, I saw Cooper Rush and little scramble drills. I'm going to Ryan. Dak,
Yes,
same
sir.
thing. I saw Ryan cook Diggs
Mm,
in the scramble drills and all that. Don't
mm.
tell me not a gamer, bro. A lot of these coaches, man, I think they overthink a little bit, right? And it takes people like little old me who played baseball his fucking life Yeah, I mean, I can throw a football 80 yards, but you know, what I mean, I didn't play football, but
Mm,
I can see the game and I can see what makes sense,
mm,
right? And you tell me
yeah,
I don't know what actually in behind closed doors. You don't know what really going on. So there's probably more to the story than what we know. But put the man. I hope he's active. I hope he's active this coming week. I don't even care. I always want let's put out some good film. Let's put out something good, positive for the fan base. You know what I mean? We deserve it. We're a Cowboys nation is a loyal nation. We haven't done shit since 1996, and that was at the beginning of the year. So 1995 really is the last time we actually were relevant. You know,
mm,
our division's been complete. We've let the Giants win twice and the Eagles win once.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, man. And we're the only division of football that it got a champion, and every team got a championship. We're the only division that has that.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't lying, man. So, listen, man. Last week was disappointing. This week offers another opportunity, but an opportunity to beat a team that is an established team in the NFL. I think the Cowboys get it done. I think that they have no other choice but to go out there and put on a better effort. And I'm not looking for it on film. I'm looking for it in the win column. That's me, my opinion,
Mhm.
right?
That's all that
I
matters.
I I don't want. I rather win. I want to win any particular way. I don't care if it's a
Mm.
flag at the end of the game. I don't care if it's. I don't care. I just want the Cowboys to get out of there with a win. I think they can beat this Baltimore Ravens team. I don't think the Baltimore Ravens offense um, poses the threat that a lot of people think that they pose.
Think
Right? Yeah, they got Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson can run the football. I understand all of that. Right? But I think that the Cowboys come out this week better prepared because I mentioned last week, and it's something that I want to believe and I want to think is true, is that Mike Zimmer, he can adjust and he will adjust, right? Jordan Phillips is one of his guys. That's one of his guys. And he essentially sent them to the minor leagues for 4 weeks, right? Because of what was on film. You understand? I think that Mike Zimmer looked at himself in the mirror and said, I got to get my shit together because we all here on 1 year deals. And I'm talking about the coaching
that.
staff. Mike McCarthy,
Yeah,
I'm talking about Mike Zimmer, right? They could all be free agents at the end of the year if they don't get their shit together right away. And that's the
yeah.
truth. And time is limited in the NFL because you drop this game to Baltimore, or you look crazy against Baltimore like you did against New Orleans, and guess what? You might
Bye
be
bye.
you might be 2-3. You might be 2-3 in a few weeks, right? I think personally, and this is not.
1 and 2. You ain't guaranteed to win against Pittsburgh. That's what we got next.
That's what I'm saying, 2-3, right? Because I think you beat the Giants, but then Pittsburgh,
But then
you on the road.
you can't even guarantee that at that point because you playing the
Can't
Giants away in a divisional
on the road.
divisional team. You know what I mean?
Thursday night football after playing the Ravens. Thursday night football
Correct.
after playing the Ravens,
So
right?
next
So
week then.
yeah, Thursday. We
That
come right
us?
back on
I thought
Thursday, brother.
I thought we played Pittsburgh next.
No, we ain't recording next week on Thursday, brother. We got to figure out another day because the Cowboys are
Well,
back on TV on Thursday.
we Wednesday today, so we can do Friday or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a
So
big
listen,
deal.
man.
But
It,
let's close this out real quick because you know what I mean we've been at it for about an hour and eight. You know what I mean we put the X up. 'Cause I gotta take my kid. I gotta go take my kid. I gotta go pick
Go
up
ahead,
this
brother.
food
Go
real
ahead.
quick
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and feed these kids, man. Because hey, Dad, I'm hungry and all that. I'm gonna
I
feed them real
got you,
quick.
bro.
Got the food ordered. But anyways, man, as always a pleasure. Talking to
Yes,
you,
sir.
talking game, talking football because you get it. You know what I mean? You get it. And there's a and you know what I mean. It ain't we ain't looking too deep. We looking at whatever you can look at. Yeah, we ain't experts. I'll say I'm not an expert. I'm just looking at what y'all can look at. If y'all want to pay for this all 22 shit, y'all can pay for it. Look at yourselves and you tell me what you think. You feel me? So, man, I'm gonna close it out like that. On my end, I just I hope we have a good game, but I'm not expecting too much.
That's right.
What about you, bro? And by the way, follow my boy G from Jersey at was it G Formula? G
Formula _G 201 at Twitter, X.
You heard? You heard?
Vaya.
Huh? Vaya, puñeta. Yeah, we here, baby. You can follow me at Blitz Dallas at Blitz Dallas. So we be here. I'll be at the tailgates Sunday. I'll be there, man, and hoping to meet a lot of more people from our community. Whoever's tuned in, thank y'all. I mean, we didn't have a big crowd tonight, but because it wasn't really like planned like that, I didn't put the promo out there and all that. But anyways, those who tuned in, I appreciate y'all because you know what? It's all step by step in this life, in this world that we live in, step by step. So today we got 20. Tomorrow we might get 1,000. Who knows? That's the life.
That's right. Keep
All right,
keep
my
keep
brother.
following, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Salute.
All right, my brother. You have a good one, bro.
You too, bro.